This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home.
We show up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today we are here to talk about some Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the update that dropped yesterday. That's right, it's a brand new year Call of Duty, and this one's gonna have a lot of updates, and I can't wait to bring them here for you, explain them, tell you what's good, what's bad, at least in my opinion. And if you guys are into anything Call of Duty news and you're loving Modern Warfare, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit the notification button so you can stay up to date. Now, let's get into yesterday's Modern Warfare update. It is version 1.04. It went live on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The patch update was 1.8 gigabytes on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and 7 gigabytes on the PC. And this is the first update for the game since the launch of the game on Thursday night. Now, of course, on Thursday night, we didn't have Ground War, but luckily we had it within 24 hours. I played some last night. It was a freaking blast. Now, I wanted to have an update video yesterday, but I didn't have any footage. What happened was Thursday night, the game went live apparently for me at 8 o'clock. But after 3.5 hours of waiting, I never connected online, so I'm like, screw it. I played the campaign mode instead. I at least played the first half, highly recommended. And then last night, I got my first hands on the multiplayer, and I gotta say, I'm liking it. But of course, there have been some bugs, and they were very fast to act on them. Now, just from me playing, I have found a couple of issues that I don't think that they have came across yet. Now, throughout playing, I'm sure you guys have come across this too. I'm sure you guys have found your little issues that are going on throughout the game. But first, let's talk about the ones that they did find and fix. And if this isn't on the list, let me know down below in the comments what you guys have found so far that might be a little buggy. The first one we're going to talk about in the patch notes is back-end fixes to help prevent against crashing across all platforms. And they do want to clarify, if you experience a crash, you have to let them know. You have to let the creators know, man. The more we push stuff out there, the more urgent they are to fix it. They also fixed a bug where players could earn more points when shooting specific vehicles while having Point Man equipped. They also improved the aim down sight while using weapons without scopes on Xbox. And also, in some instances, some players were not able to complete the highway mission due to the exfil bug. They also fixed the best of the best challenge that hasn't been tracking progress. They also have a fix for the Elite Sniper Challenge not displaying the correct description. They also had a fix for various camos not unlocking during progression. I can personally attest to this. I should have 4 or 5 camos unlocked for my MP5 within one of the categories, and it says complete, but I do not get a chance to fix them. So I know they haven't fixed all of them. They also fixed an unlock criteria for the double cross reticle not progressing past 4, and they also fixed the description and requirements needed to unlock some optic scopes in Gunsmith. And finally, they fixed an exploit in Gunsmith when using mouse and keyboard. You cheaters out there, it's already been fixed. Now, I have noticed a couple of those bugs. I definitely noticed I couldn't get some of the camos. I definitely noticed that there are other unlocks that I just can't get yet, and other challenges that I have been trying to complete, but it says that I haven't even attempted or completed even a small step of a mission when I know I've completed the full mission. So hopefully these are getting fixed soon, because these are especially working with my double XP contracts. I'm not getting any of them, and it's quite annoying. There's also an interesting thing with the thermal scope in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, I was playing with some friends last night, and I was hearing how trash it is because it already takes up so little of the screen, like you can't see that much. But turns out you can't see through smoke with the thermals either. This is an interesting thing with the thermal scope. Infinity Ward has decided to take a more realistic approach to the entire aspects of the game. And the Infinity Ward multiplayer designer has stated that there's a change to the thermal scope in Modern Warfare. And the thermal scope in Modern Warfare cannot see through smoke. It's a big change compared to previous Call of Duty games. And Infinity Ward says that this is to be more realistic for the entire game. And last but not least, Infinity Ward is deploying an update to Call of Duty Modern Warfare to remove night maps from the quickplay matchmaking rotation. Now, this was added a couple days ago, so some of you that are asking where are the night maps, well, they removed them from the quickplay matchmaking rotation. Fans have been asking for separate playlists for these maps since the game went live in some regions, and Infinity Ward says that the maps will be added into a separate playlist in the future. Personally, I wasn't a fan of the night maps. I can see how some people would be, but it just wasn't for me. And they are also removing the mini map from hardcore modes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which should be expected. Now, they did re-add the mini map again. They put it in there, but you can only see other players' shots if somebody else has a UAV. It's definitely a learning curve for me. It's a new, I miss the times where, my red dots would always be showing on the minimap. I would know where to move from there. And since this game isn't a 3-lane system in multiplayer, it can make it kind of difficult, but I'm definitely learning it and I'm getting better at it as I go. Now, I may be getting used to the minimap, but I do feel that the radar is more useless than ever. The map has a very tiny active area, and with gunshots moved to the compass, you now have to look in 2 places and somehow combine the information from both. And you get much less information because you can't tell how far away the gunshots are. You just don't see much in that minimap. Now, that's just a little thing I'm pointing out there. Also, I find spawn trapping to be very easy, even with no party, because of the aforementioned ridiculous lines of sight and half 10v10 lobbies. Spawns are often too sticky as well, and there's times where I'm like, this big of a map, we're being spawn trapped, why am I not spawning on another area of the map? You would think, with these maps being so big, there would be so many different places to spawn. But it seemed like more times than not, we either had a team cornered and we were spawn trapping them, or they were spawn trapping us. And it didn't take very long for one of the other teams, one of our teams or theirs, to get one of those helicopters, and then they just go on an all-out kill spree on these spawns. Now, absolutely, it's fun for those pub stompers, but for those people who aren't that good at the game yet, it seems like I drop into a lot more of these active games when I click play and find a match. I drop into these spawn match, and it boggles my mind that the spawn trapping is as easy as it is. Now, you would think with these maps being so big, not only should you be spawning in areas where you're not getting spawn trapped, movement, I feel, should be a little bit faster. Movement speed, in my opinion, is just terrible. It's harder to get from one place to another without dying because of the instant time to kills, and the ADS speed is super slow for assault rifles that I actually just started to stick with my submachine guns because I'm really used to that really quick ADS speed. With how slow ARs are, I honestly can't understand how some people are really enjoying the assault rifles. At least strafe speed is kind of decent, but jumping is also pitiful. So jump shotting is nearly impossible. Sliding is even more pointless, and you move even slower, so you can't just use it to get out of a sticky situation. And the good news, at least drop shotting is viable again. I'm seeing drop shots all over the place. I'm being drop shot from somebody 100 feet away to 5 feet away. It's crazy. So it seems like drop shot is back, but jumping and sliding is just absolutely useless. And the return to kill streaks promotes avoiding death while ignoring objectives and the scoreboard. They don't even have highlight to the right things. So why show deaths but not captures and defends in domination? Why show assist but not deaths in team deathmatch? Again, this one is fixable, but I mean, come on. And there are things I love about the game. The graphics are absolutely fantastic. Some of the style choices aren't my favorite, but it is undeniably looks incredible in this new engine, and the menu system is easy and sensible to navigate and mostly loads quickly, which is a big welcome change after Black Ops 4. Even if you were to accidentally back out to the main menu and go back into multiplayer, you'd have to wait like 30 seconds to a minute for it to reload. And the guns seem fairly well balanced so far, right? It might just be me because I melt with almost everything, but I suppose that's a valid way to balance weapons as far as the power and not the ADS. It worked for Modern Warfare 2 at least, and the fact that you can change your loadout mid-map, it's just a great innovation, and I hope it sticks around. The second I can unlock something and it shows me that I've moved up another level in my weapon, I love not having to either back out or wait for the game to be done, or if I need to add a specific equipment, I love doing that mid-game. overall, I do love Modern Warfare. I just want what's best for the game, and I want it to be taken care of. And I know these guys are going to do it. These developers are going to do their best to make sure the community is very, very happy with this game. So guys, let me know down below, what kind of issues have you came across? What are you loving about the game? Tell me some thoughts about the campaign. I haven't finished it yet, but damn it, the first half was amazing. Guys, like I said, if you want to stay up to date, leave a like, leave a subscribe, hit that notification button, and leave a comment. Let me know what I did wrong. You guys always do. It's your boy Carbon. Peace.